Welcome to Positive Atheism English Channel. Today in our program, My Life with Gora, an autobiography of Srimati Saraswati Gora, an atheist. I am going to continue the chapter Atheist Center in Mudunuru from where I had left in the last episode. In this school, along with education in social sciences, they emphasized effort to create social equality. People of all castes went to school here. Each week, two students would get together and would arrange for a communal tea party. In those days, this appeared to everyone to be a highly revolutionary activity. There was some hue and cry among some villagers as well as opposition in the surrounding villages. These tea parties took place every week. They set a rule that no one should serve fruits and biscuits, but only cooked foods. That meant they had to eat food cooked by other castes. They would normally make upma, tamarind rice, or pakodis. Every week, 70 people participated in the party. Those who hosted the party would invite to these tea parties their family members, their close friends, and relatives. In some homes, some old people complained that they were losing their caste. But this opposition couldn't last in the face of the new consciousness and the social outlook of castelessness that arose among the youth of Mudunuru. In summary, these tea parties later laid foundations for the communal meals arranged in the Harijan quarters. The second activity we took up as soon as we had arrived in Mudunuru was to run an adult school during nights in the Harijan quarters. Nagulupalli Sitaramaya took up this responsibility. Adjacent to Mudunuru, on east side was Madiga Gudem. On the northwest side of the village, about a mile away was Malapalle. As soon as we went to Mudunuru, we counted on the social atmosphere and the awareness in the youth concerning building a casteless society. We changed the name of Madiga Gudem to Turpupalem, that means eastern quarters, since it was in the east side, and we changed Malapalle's name to Dusaripalam since the majority of the people in it had Dusari as their family name. This was a huge change. Everyone in Mudunuru started calling the villages with the new names. The youth's perseverance had a great role to play on this. These youth especially influenced their mothers, siblings, wives, and children. They in turn understood and cooperated a great deal. In those days, everyone felt that this remote village of Mudunuru was, with respect to a social revolution, the capital city of the Andhra state. The adult schools in East Palam, which means Turpu Palam, and Dusari Palam, not only made many a youth in those villages literate, but created new human beings who have self-esteem. When they went out to other villages, they always referred to their villages as Dusari Palam and East Palam, but never by their caste names. This became a huge silent revolution. After we stayed in Kolli Veeraya's house for 3 months, he needed the house for himself. Then they gave us Chukkamma's house in the middle of the village. After I moved into this house, I got better acquainted with the village women. Of course, I needed the first 3 months to get used to the village life. While living in Chukkamma's house, 4 significant events took place. First, I removed all my jewelry even before I came to Mudunuru, but I retained the Mangal Sutram. Even before we came to Mudunuru, Gora was trying to persuade me to remove the Mangal Sutram. Just as a woman needs her husband, the man also needs his wife. Then why should the man alone tie the Mangal Sutram to the women? If the woman too tied a Mangal Sutram on the man's neck, then at least there would be equality between the two. If the sutram is a sign of marriage for the women, then should the man also need such a sign of marriage? Just like they tie a black cord around the neck of a buffalo, cow, or a bull, claim them as one's own animals and drive them home, a man ties a Mangal Sutram around a woman's neck and claims rights over her. He considers her as a slave. So, the Mangal Sutram is an impediment to a woman's self-respect. So, when atheists we regard men and women as equal, the Mangal Sutram is not justified. Gora said in trying to persuade me repeatedly, I concurred with his argument completely. Yet, the influence of tradition on me was so great at that time, I did not agree to remove the Mangal Sutram. But I couldn't defend my not removing it either. Gora and I discussed the issue often. Although I agreed with him theoretically, I didn't have the strength to remove it with my own hands. Noticing this, Gora one day, while talking about this, said, "If you can't break it, I will break it myself," and removed the Mangal Sutram from my neck. I was shocked. I couldn't speak a word. The Hinduism in me made me totally confused. Hindu women remove the Mangal Sutram only after their husbands die. On one hand, the influence of traditional beliefs had been solidified in me as sentiment. On the other hand, was the new thinking concerning the relationship between men and women. It was a time when the idea that I am a woman, I am not a slave to a man, I too have individuality, was prodding me to wake up. Tears rolled down in torrents from my eyes on my speechless face. In those tears, there was fear, and at the same time, there was joy that my husband was standing in front of me, recognizing me as an equal individual and helping me do the same. So, it was tears of joy in those eyes which wiped off the tears of fear and anxiety. It was a revolutionary event which I can never forget. And from here, I shall read out to you in the next episode again. Thank you.
For more videos, please subscribe to our Positive Atheism English Channel, presented by Samaram channel, which has 21 crore views. Please like, subscribe and share our videos, and for notification of our new videos, please click the bell icon.